my YouTube channel. If you are new here, then hello, welcome. If you want to hit that subscribe button, then I will be ever so grateful. But yes, by the title, if you couldn't tell, today I'm going to be talking to you about my tattoo experiences. I've actually had quite a few messages regarding them about like, were they painful? What made you get that tattoo? Like, so many different questions. So what I'm going to do is just basically have a little chit chat with you and hopefully answer all of your questions. Obviously, if you do have any other questions about my tattoos that you would like to know, then just let me know in the comments below and I will be sure to let you know. So let's just start with my first tattoo. And I'm pretty sure I was either 18 or 19, it might have been 19. So my first tattoo was actually this one. I was in Great Yarmouth with my auntie and my cousin. We've been away to like a caravan holiday, which honestly are the best holidays. Like, we used to go every August and they were so good. We just went past a tattoo shop and I wanted a tattoo for so long and I was like, excuse my language, but fuck it, let's just get a tattoo.
Ooh, you're hard.
Basically, not long before I got this tattoo, my great-grandma had passed away and one of her favourite animals was elephants. So I saw this tattoo online and I really wanted it. Originally, the elephant was blowing out like little love hearts, but I wanted to change it to birds because it was almost like a symbol as my grandma, obviously, flying out of an elephant's trunk, which obviously she's not. But I just thought it was really cute with the birds. So yeah, so we went in and I had to sign a few bits of paper. It was a walk-in. It was a proper tattoo shop. It wasn't dodgy or anything like that. But I just remember, signing the papers, obviously checking that I was old enough. They checked my license and stuff like that as proof of ID. And yeah, we waited for another lady to have her tattoo done. And I just remember she had a tattoo done on the back of her neck. And she was like, not screaming, but she was like, she wasn't making it very nice for me to see. Like, I was sat here thinking, what have I just done? Do I really want this? But I'd already paid, I'd already signed the paperwork. And I was just thinking, oh my God, what am I doing? This girl is literally nearly screaming. And the guy kept saying, oh, like, she's having it on the back of her neck. It's one of the most painful places to have it. And I was just thinking to myself, oh my God, like, how painful is this going to be? Honestly, I was so scared. So the time came, I sat on like this bed thing and I had to like lie flat on my stomach with my arm like that. And he said, how do you want it? And originally he was going to put the elephant, so the elephant was here and the birds were coming down here. But I was just like, yeah, but if I have my arm like that, it's going to be backwards for like other people to see. So I wanted the elephant to be obviously facing that way. So yeah, he obviously put the print on my arm, like the drawing, and like printed on my arm, so he had a guideline to follow. And yeah, it was just the weirdest position. I will have to just put a photo here of me having that tattoo done. It is quite funny, actually. But yeah, this is a little bit gross. I just remember him saying, we've just got to shave your arm of like any hairs. And I was just so shocked with the amount of hair that came off my arm, like here. And I was like, oh my God, are my arms really that hairy? So ever since, thanks to this lovely tattoo man, I shave my arms like all the time. Just because I was like, oh my God, is that really how much hair came off my arm? I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so he obviously started, and to be fair, it was nothing. Like, I was sick. Obviously it was like there was some sort of like pain, but it just felt like someone was just going up my arm, nipping it. Like, it's really, unless you've had a tattoo, it's very hard to explain the pain of it. It's almost like a tingling sensation, but burning as well, but not so much of a burning that you can't handle. I enjoy it. I enjoy pain. But honestly, it was nowhere near as bad as that girl was making me feel like it was going to be. But obviously she had hers in a different place, so hers could have been a lot more painful. I'm not sure, I've never had one on the neck, and I don't think I ever would. He was just doing the tattoo, and to be honest, I think I was there for, he must have been doing it for about an hour at the most. There was a bit, I think, where he came up closer to my wrist, and that did start to hurt just because it was a bit more bonier there, and I was just like, oh, and it almost felt like someone was like pulling my hairs out with tweezers, that sort of thing, like, is the best way I can explain it. But honestly, like, it wasn't that bad. I just remember kind of looking at my tattoo and just being like, oh, I'm a bad bitch now. I've got my first tattoo, rah, rah, rah. You know, thinking I'm like on top of the world, like some superhero. Just was in love with it straight away. That was my first tattoo, and I loved it mainly because I had a sentimental reason behind it. So yeah, I really, really loved that tattoo. Next tattoo was actually half of my foot, so I don't really want to show you my manky feet. So obviously it was, this is so awkward. So it's actually this part here, and it stops about here. So the ankle part was completely separate. So literally that part was then my second tattoo. Originally, the person whose tattoo I saw of this that I really liked and made me want to get it was obviously Olivia Buckland. Obviously she's very well known for her tattoo piece on her foot, and I absolutely loved it, and I hummed and hawed for ages about getting it done because everyone was like, the foot is the worst place to get it, as well as the ribs. I was just like, but I really, really like it though, and I did really think about it, and then I just decided, yeah, I'm gonna get it. And I think I was 20 when I had this done, the first bit. And I just was like, I want it done. Yeah, I just got the rose piece done just on the flat bit of my foot. I remember sitting there and I had like an orange juice, something sweet. Because obviously when you are getting a tattoo done, you do need to make sure that you've eaten and had like some sort of a sugary drink, because you are going through a lot of pain. It could cause people to faint or anything really. I have known people, like friends of mine who have had tattoos done who have fainted. Like, tattoos don't take seconds, and you're sitting there for hours on end with constant pain. Yeah, you are gonna feel a bit lightheaded, and like, I will be honest, I think I've felt a bit lightheaded before just because I was so dehydrated, like I didn't have enough sugar in me, and that was my own fault because I hadn't eaten anything that morning. Anyway, yeah, so I made sure I had something to eat, and I also had an orange juice just to keep myself like, you know, because I knew this was going to be a longer one. Like, this one obviously is just an outline and a few little like blackbirds, whereas this was a more detailed piece and it also had highlight in it. So I knew I was going to be there a lot longer than what my first one was going to be. So in all honesty, and I'm not just saying it because, you know, I'm trying to make myself sound hard, but it honestly hurt nowhere near as much as people like told me it was gonna, and I mean that, like, it was nothing. The only bit that kind of hurt a little bit for me was when he went back over the tattoo with like the highlight, the white ink, just to kind of like highlight it. I think there was points where when he was getting closer to my toes were like going, like, obviously because he was hitting a nerve, and it, like, I couldn't control my little pinkies. But other than that, it really wasn't that bad. There isn't actually a meaning behind the rose on my foot at all. I just really liked it, and I still love it. Next tattoo that I then got was by the same person, and that is in fact the lion tattoo here on my arm. This one actually hurt a little bit more than my foot. I don't know why, but maybe it's because, like, obviously here the skin's really thin. There was a lot of shading to be done. Like, yeah, it's a bit odd. I've got two random tattoos, but yeah, it doesn't really bother me, to be honest. I do really like this piece. And yeah, it was slightly painful, like when he was going over it and stuff, but again, I think you just get used to it. Like, when you it's constantly like going over your skin and that, you just think, oh, okay. And majority of the time I sit there on my phone and just like browse through my phone, or I sit and chat away to the guy doing my tattoo. So it actually, like, it goes quite quick for me. And I don't know, I'm probably just making it sound a lot easier than it is. I just have a very, very high pain threshold. I can tolerate a lot of pain, so it's not really bothered me that much. Moving on to the next tattoo, it is in fact one that I have on my rib. It is actually a matching tattoo with my best friend. So she got a peace sign and I got this. I have already said this in my Q&A video, and I actually looked up the meaning of this hand gesture because obviously that meant peace, so what the hell did that mean? And it meant hang loose, and I didn't know how to take it. I was like, sorry, hang loose, okay. But I take it as kind of like, you know, chilled kind of thing. Yeah, I don't regret it. Like, it's matching with my best friend, so I still love it. And it's hidden, so like, even if I didn't like it, it doesn't matter because it's like not gonna ever really be on show, so it's not too much of an issue. The tattoo process. So, not joking you when I say this was the most painful tattoo I actually did have, and I will admit this was painful. It's the smallest tattoo I've got on my body, yet the most painful, and I just wanted it to be over. Basically, I don't know how to explain it, but I have got, like, my ribs, like, poke out. Like, I'm not saying I'm skinny, I'm not. I've just got very pointy outy ribs. It's so, like, it's weird. So when the guy was doing my tattoo, he said to me that the skin, like, around my rib area, that basically he needed to press in harder because it wasn't, like, coming out properly. Oh, when I tell you, I literally felt that needle rattle against my rib cage. It was horrible, and when it was rattling against my rib cage, it was like vibrating down my whole body every time. It was, oh, I can't explain to you the pain, but it was not very pleasurable, I can tell you that now. I was nearly in tears. I was nearly in tears because I was just like, this is awful. I was happy when it was done. Just don't think I'll ever get a tattoo on my ribs again, but who knows? I'll probably end up maybe get like something else there, or maybe cover up, I don't know. But it was painful, and when he said that he had to push in deeper in my skin, I was like, sorry, it's so sore. But yeah, so after we had that done, we did have to wear like bandos. I remember wearing a bando for like a couple of weeks, mainly because obviously the ink's still fresh and it is kind of like, not an open wound, but a fresh tattoo and stuff. You don't really want a wide bra strap coming across and just, yeah. So I was kind of, you know, rocking the bandeau or braless look, which I actually loved, you know, through the boobs. So that was that. And my last and final tattoo that I've had so far is actually the final, well, my toes, the final bit, which is my ankle piece. And again, I wasn't worried about it because I thought, well, I've had my foot done, which obviously with your foot, it's very bony, so it can't get much worse than what that was, and that wasn't even that bad. So yeah, I booked in to have more of my foot done, and we created like a little band to go around it, and I absolutely loved it. So yeah, had my ankle done, and that went quite quick, but obviously again, I was there for quite a few hours, I'd say 3 or 4 hours, because obviously there's a lot of shading and he's got to go all the way around and obviously make sure that it's all straight. So yeah, it did take a while, but obviously I'd rather be there a while and have it looking decent than come out with a wonky or rubbish looking tattoo. So yeah, it again was a little bit more painful when he was going over with the highlight, and I'd say the most painful part of it was probably going over the ankle bone. Again, I could literally feel it whacking against the bone, but it wasn't painful. It just kind of, it tickled in the weirdest way. Yeah, it tickled. But yeah, they are all of my tattoos that I've had done. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to have some more done. I really, really would. Just kind of don't have any ideas on what I'd like next. and I don't really like rushing into decisions with tattoos because obviously they are on your body for a while. So if you are again looking to get a tattoo done and it's your first time, just really think about it and make sure you really want it done, because there's nothing worse than having a tattoo on your body that is obviously going to be there for life and you regret it. Obviously there is tattoo removals, which I've heard is very painful, so it's actually more painful than the tattoo itself. So yeah, just think about it. If worst comes to worst and it is only small, you could get a cover up, but yeah, just be very like mindful when you're thinking of getting a tattoo, because that is on your body for life. Yeah, but other than that, yeah, I definitely do want more tattoos. Maybe a bit more like discreet ones, not as big as what I've got. But yeah, I'm not in a rush for any new tattoos at the moment. Lewis hates my tattoos. He absolutely hates it. And he always points at my feet and goes, like my foot, and goes, ugh, what's that on your foot? And I'm like, it's not going anywhere, honey. It's not going anywhere. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed me rambling on about my tattoo experiences and the pain, and like if it helped. If you do have any more questions about my tattoos or just tattoos in general, then please just either send me a message on my Instagram, which I will show here, or just comment in the comment section below and I will be sure to answer them for you. But yeah, I do hope you enjoy this video, and I shall see you in my next one. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you liked it.
You'll always be my night sky.